Welcome to Drummers Paradise, a place where drummers get to know each other, where it spikes their passion for groove. And today, we got a brother.
Oh, yeah.
It's been such an honor, Adam.
Right, hasn't it?
It's been such an honor getting to meet you and get to know you over the last little bit and
likewise.
going on this adventure with you. You know, it's incredible, man.
Yeah, it's been great, man. I got to admit, like really, really fun times. For sure. I mean that, dude.
Yeah, no, I do too. And I wanted to just like address that on
live on air.
Live on air. and what we're going to try to do for y'all today.
Yeah.
So, we're going to sit down and talk with Adam. But first, I want you to hit up our YouTube channel, hit that notification bell, subscribe. Your appreciation and your follows and your support greatly is appreciated. So let's kick into it.
Yeah, man.
Adam, let's let everybody know where you come from, man. Where's your hometown?
My hometown. So I was born and raised in a small town called Tottenham, just outside of Barrie.
Okay.
Not too far from here, actually. So I grew up in that area, and when I was 20, and around that time, I moved out to Nobleton, which is just an outskirt of Woodbridge, I guess.
Yeah.
Vaughan. Joined my first punk band back in the day from that area there. And ever since just kind of been rocking hard. So I grew up in Tottenham and moved out to Nobleton. That's where I grew up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So let's just touch base. Mm-hmm. You said you were around 20 years old when you got into picking up drums and developing the passion for it and wanting to like become a drummer and dedicate your time at the craft?
I got into it a lot earlier. 16 years old is when I kind of first got into it. Okay. My father was a musician. There's always instruments. He always rented instruments. He's very well versed on anything he picks up. He's very talented that way. So I kind of had a knack just to pick up stuff and try it. In drums, he rented it one time, and I just gravitated towards it. So then they saw the interest, and slowly we got into it, and one thing turned into another. And by 16, I think I had a drum kit, and I was, practicing, listening to what was out at that time. And that was like Nirvana and Soundgarden and, Alice in Chains and that Seattle sound I really gravitated towards. Primus I really enjoyed and stuff like that. So those were like my influences from that 16-year-old age for pushing me into drums, and Pink Floyd and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you're just soaking it up?
Yeah, man. And just listening to it and trying to figure it out on my own because I took lessons for a bit, and it was tough. It was tough because the teacher didn't really focus in on me, I didn't find, and it was just more like him jamming out to the tune we were learning.
Let's just touch base on that while you brought that up. Yeah. When you were at that age, where did you take lessons and where were you starting to learn?
Well, so in Tottenham, there's nothing at all. So we had to go out half an hour to Newmarket. It was a smaller town at that time, but Newmarket, which is, half an hour. We'd go to the Arts and take lessons there. And,
nice.
Yeah. And browse the drums.
It's still there.
By the sticks. Yeah, absolutely. But they've moved now. Yeah, but yes. They're still in Newmarket for sure.
That's great.
Yeah. So and then that didn't last very long. And then I just started figuring out shit on my own,
You got into punk rock records.
Yeah. Then the first Rage record came out, and I just was like, I sat down in my basement and just figured that thing out. And from then on in.
It led to one of your bands, Off Center.
Yeah, we're at Off Center. I formed that in my 20s, so 16, 17, 20. Yep. So, 1920, in around that time, I played in a punk band called Off Center, and that was a lot of fun. We have some recordings and stuff like that. I'll try to dig some up and share some with all you guys, and maybe you can check some of that out.
Suffer. This is the end, the last stand. Forget everything.
So that was that. And Red General is another band I was in, which is pretty funky. It was a good band, hard rock band. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
And was that the same era or?
Yeah. So I kind of drifted from one band to the other and then back into the other. I've always been a drummer. I find that's been in multiple bands, and anyone that knows me can probably contest to that too and say like, yeah, man, this guy's played in a lot of bands at once. Like I used to do that a lot.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you still play and you're still passionate and
Just not as much, but yeah.
No, but I know when we first met, we met by being at the same rehearsal space. We would be jamming, we'd cross paths.
That's right. Yeah.
And,
mutual friends.
And you're always working, you're always putting in the time and dedicating it to the learning the instrument, right?
Yeah, if I'm going to play a show, I want to learn whatever I got to learn. I do a lot of covers too, right? And I like to just try to focus in and hone in, you know?
That's amazing.
Yeah, you want to do your best at something, right? You don't want to give it half-assed. Doesn't make sense.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it's been a pretty cool season, eh?
It has, yeah.
We've been blessed to really have, like as we said, a lot of incredible drummers, male and female, come through here and tell us their story and stuff. And it's been quite inspiring to see just the levels of everybody. And
it's inspired me, and I'm sure it's inspired our audience. I'm sure of it, right? So
for sure.
Yeah. It's great to see a network of such kind-hearted people that is willing to get together. And honestly, we have had no problem really with anybody to come in and sit down. Everyone we ask is like, yep, when, let's do it.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So let's touch base. What kind of drums you're playing? What kind of shells you got going on? Hardware, cymbals, pedals, snare, electronics?
Currently, I got quite some fun stuff. I've got a Roland VAD 507 kit. Amazing. Love that thing. It's great for at the house practicing. It's just like a real drum kit. You can mix in songs, especially if you use an app called Moises. Then you can like delete the drums out of that song and really hone in on playing, right?
They're fantastic. I'm jealous of your electronics.
They're so good. And then I've played Gretsch for many years, but I really like Tama as well. I've played Yamaha, but Gretsch I've had for the longest time. I used to have a really rare kit from Gretsch, a renowned Wenge wood kit. I just recently got rid of it in replace of the electric kit and stuff. Some trade-ins for that. Yeah. And then my snare, I finally fell in love with the Black Beauty. I've got a very special Millennium version, special edition. It's got the old traditional throw on it. It's the knurled throw. Like, it's so beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. So, yeah, that's, I play on now Zildjian. I was Sabian for years, forever. And then I just recently discovered Sweet K's, and wow. I'm telling you,
You found home.
I really like how they make me feel when I play.
That's amazing.
And I know you understand that when I say that, you know, like, when you hit that thing, you just, yes.
Yeah, when you hear that and you're like, wow.
It's kind of what I was missing until, like, I played HHX a lot, and I kind of got that a little bit. Like, their AAXs were a little too bright for me. I don't know, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but.
Still one of my favorite cymbals still to this day. I miss playing them is the Zildjian A Customs.
Oh, A Customs, yeah.
They were always great. The Sweet Ride, they had a 21-inch Sweet Ride. And it was
ping
beautiful.
On those bells too. They're just so nice. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, and then skins always change. I always try just different skins and stuff just to see what sounds good. I don't even know what I have on my kits right now.
You lean more to Remo, or you lean more to Evans?
Right now I have a Evans SD Dry, I think it's called, on one of my snares. I think that might be on my Gretsch Copper. And then on my Ambassador, I think maybe, is that, snare, skin coated. That's on my Black Beauty right now, I think. Or the SD Dry as well. I might have put that on there as well because I like the sound of that. When you really tighten up the snare and you have that nice dry. You don't need a little moon gel or anything on it. It sounds great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. They add gear breakdown.
Yeah.
What kind of sticks?
Now ProMark, Vic Firth for years, 5As, and then I went just 5Bs for a bit. Then I dabbled in 7s for a bit. I actually have some 7s here. They're too light. But I like 5As. There's what the heck? Just because I'm on the spot, I'm forgetting right now.
It's okay. Take your time. You're the host of the show, right?
Canadian drummer from Brampton, Long McQuaid. Oh, buddy, he's got a signature series for ProMark. They're sitting right. Larnell Lewis, boom. I like those. I like his sticks.
Okay.
His signature ProMark fire grains are amazing.
Amazing.
So those are mine. Yeah, I like them.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, those are my sticks.
Well, how about we give the people a little bit of you crushing the kit?
Yeah, I got some footage. I guess I can show. I'll dig it up and we'll post it right now.
All right. Here we go. Let's check it out. Adam Vetter. All right.
Yeah, man.
We're back.
Yeah.
We didn't go anywhere.
No. Just me playing the drums a little bit, but yeah.
Just a little bit there. But you know what, Adam? That was crushing, bro.
Yeah.
That was leaning.
Thanks.
And you know what? You didn't mention, but it feels really good. I just had to mention.
What's that?
Adam's got this really cool Ludwig throne.
Oh, yeah. You're actually on it right now.
And
aren't
I'm
you?
on it right now. And it's so comfortable. It's like you're sitting on a couch.
It's really nice.
Hey?
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's the heirloom one.
It feels great. So, Adam,
It's
how old were you when you started playing live shows? And how quickly did it become into bigger shows for you and potentially going out on the road and playing for a whole new audience? How old were you?
Well, in high school, we kind of formed a band and did a couple of cover songs, Pink Floyd, Beatles.
Okay.
So we did that. It was a lot of fun. And after that, I was like, yeah. And I kind of got it was funny because I was walking through the mall in the small town and people were like, oh, that's that drummer from that band. I was like, oh, that's so cool. It feels kind of neat, right? I want to do this. So it took years after that kind of for me to find Off Center, which was the first band I kind of really played shows with. There was a band before that, but we played one show, so I'm not going to consider that. But there was a band Off Center that I played. You know, we played the Docks, opened up for No Use for a Name. Lucky enough on that, got on that bill.
That would have been a fun show.
Yeah, played the Reverb a lot downtown Toronto. It was the Reverb. Yeah, so
Wasn't that a great room?
Oh, I just
Remember
loved
the big
all the
bot
stories
way back in
up
the
top. Yeah, it was just so good, man.
It was a great time, great memory, a landmark for Toronto.
Cathedral on the bottom, you know, like it was such a great. Dom was the owner, right?
Yeah,
he's such a good guy. So we played there. Dom liked us. We played there quite a bit. And so, yeah, I did that for a while. And yeah, that was, got into more punk bands because I love punk, right? So,
more punk rock, baby.
Red General, we didn't really play for too many big bands or anything like that. We just played a lot of shows at small bars and stuff like that, which was a lot of fun too, because we had some friends followings, which was kind of neat, 50, 60 people kind of average to shows and stuff. And then I played in a band called the Reddies, which we played Pooza Fest in Montreal, which was a lot of fun. We kind of toured out there. So we did the, Eastern Ontario road trip through, Oshawa, Peterborough, all that stuff.
The 401 East Rip.
Maybe we played Montreal or we just stayed there or something like that as well. And then Ottawa and then, Montreal, we played obviously Pooza Fest. Yeah. So then we finished playing in Pooza, which was a lot of fun because we technically opened up for Joey Cape because he played right after us at the venue.
Sick.
Yeah, like right after us. So that was kind of neat. Yeah, so that was a cool experience. Yeah. Pooza's a great time. If anyone is in the punk rock and is in a band, I suggest going there, support them. Good time, great people.
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah. So, and then now I just kind of just play cover bands, punk bands and stuff like in my band EpiFats and stuff.
Yeah, you guys have done some really cool gigs.
Yeah, we've played with Teenage Bottle Rocket and some other bands. Now being put on the spot, I'm blanking out, but we've played. Opened up for some pretty cool bands.
That's cool.
Keep Flying. we do Epitaph and Fat Records kind of cover songs, and same vein kind of thing. It's a lot of fun.
It's amazing.
So that's kind of what I do now. Because I got a family and a wife and kids that I'd rather spend more time with, unfortunately, than dedicate towards that.
For sure.
But I love playing drums still. I love the whole community. I love everything.
Adam, you're great. I've had the privilege to see you play a couple times,
Thanks, man.
And it's always an honor to watch you play, You play with such passion and fun, right? You could tell it's an outlet and it's a release for you, right?
Well, that's what it is, right? Yeah.
And it's cool to see it, right?
Thanks, man. Yeah.
So, what were some of your influences growing up that you wanted to learn their drum parts, you wanted to play like them, got you into just eating up the drums? Like, what were some of your top drummers?
Oh, man. Well, I guess starting off, Stuart Copeland by far was a big influence to me. I really loved his drumming. John Bonham for sure. Ringo Starr for a little bit, like a couple albums I really liked. Some of his drum grooves were really cool, his fills and stuff that he would incorporate into his grooves, right? Like it was cool. So some guys like that. Frank Zappa's drummer is wicked. What's his name? I don't even know, but he's amazing. So those are some early influences. And then, 90s music. So I love Matt Cameron. He was a big influence of mine. Growing up, what's his name too? Chad Smith from Chili Peppers. Blood Sugar Sex Magic, and I already mentioned that first record for Rage Against the Machine. Those two albums, I studied those. I learned them from top to bottom. There's since then I've done that for quite a few albums, but it's a lot of fun. I don't know if you've ever done that, T. Like you pick an album, you sit down, you give yourself a goal, and you say, okay, I'm going to learn this song and this song and this song in 4 days. And then you pick another, 2 or 3 songs and just keep ripping it out. And then you got the whole album and you just rip through the album and play it. It's a lot of fun. It's a good challenge on yourself. And it definitely will get you to step out of your box and learn some things that you didn't think you could do before,
Absolutely.
And I suggest that for anybody watching this, really.
And it's fun. Again, when you have that wicked rolling electronic kit, you have that mix-in input.
Yeah,
right?
Really
so
helps,
you have the 6 sound, you have the great volume adjustments, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, when I played in Red General, I actually did a hybrid kit. I incorporated a Roland pad into my acoustic kit. So for intros, bridges, outros, I programmed it, right? So channel for this song, I'd have this program for that,
That's
booms,
amazing.
bangs, whatever it was, pre-recorded something. A lot of fun. That was before I realized there was an SPD-SX, I think. Maybe it was before they even existed. Yeah. Early 2000s. I don't know how long they've been around for, SPD-SX, but this is like 2000.
The early technology, the early days of it coming out. That's cool.
Like I'm 45 now. That's a long time ago.
Yeah. Really. You're still young. You're still a young guy. You look good. Hey, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long time.
So where would you recommend people to go to get the fundamentals down on learning how to play drums today? There's so much information out on the internet that we all know. What would be your top 3 sources that you could give the younger generation to go get a new lesson when it comes to playing drums?
I am just blown away by the recommendation for Drumeo from every single guest we've had. Yeah. And I'll be honest, like what is now Missoura, which is so amazing. I've used the piano. I've learned some piano with it. I've tried my kids on, Drumeo. I myself, I've over the times have had drum lessons with, lucky enough, some pretty seasoned drummers. And one guy was honest with me. He's like, you're a good drummer, but you've got a lot of bad habits. And it's unfortunate because you're a good drummer, but it's holding you back from getting up there, like the next level. So without like hurting your feelings or anything, but you should try to like start again, like just with your technique and everything else and just build yourself from scratch. So I took that advice, and he was a very, very seasoned drummer, and he didn't have time to give me lessons, right? So I took that advice and I broke everything down and went to Drumeo, and I started from scratch with their program, and it just worked all my way up again. And, and yeah, so I've
And you've enjoyed it?
oh, absolutely. It's been
Amazing.
a great program. Like, and
Yeah.
it's only evolved so much now. I don't really dive into it too much right now, just because I'm a little slower at the drums right
Yeah.
now with the podcast and all that.
Yeah.
It keeps me busy, but yeah, it's a really good resource. And I think that's my number one recommendation right now amongst all the indie people out there that are putting out lessons. I find the indie people are rocking. I come across a bunch of them on the internet, and I really, really appreciate everything they do. And I always check them out. There's a bunch of guys, I don't even know their names. I just watch them. I know what they look like, but I just don't know their name. You know what I mean?
can relate. I'll scroll through and I follow tons of drum pages and stuff. And I'm just like endlessly watching, and there's so much great talent and creativeness
Lessons, though,
out
like
there.
specific, I'm going to teach you how to do this. Like, it's just, it's so
exactly.
perfect. Yeah. It's great. It's great. So the internet in itself, to answer your question, is the best resource nowadays, I'm finding, for a lot of things, right? Unfortunately, it's consuming everything. But yeah, that's my answer.
That's an amazing answer.
Yeah.
Adam.
EOT.
You know what time it is?
Oh, yeah, I do.
It's the Paradiddle Challenge time.
It is.
How does it feel sitting where the guests sit and feeling that you got to do the challenge? Like, are you ready for this? I got faith in you, man. I think you're gonna do
I'm
well.
ready. I'm ready. It's just, I probably should have done more practice, but we'll see. It'll be fun. It's good.
Awesome.
It's good. We'll try this out. It's been a pleasure doing, sitting back and watching all these drummers, these amazing drummers, do it at phenomenal speeds, like 200 BPM, That's crazy. And that's dedication. And that just goes to show you practice, right? Perfect practice makes perfect.
Absolutely.
100%. So let's annihilate myself right now. And
Well, you know the drill.
yeah.
So we're going to drill you.
All right.
We're going to start off at 100 BPM.
Yes.
And then we're going to go in.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We got 100. We're going to go up to 120.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hey, shit, here we go.
Oh.
That's
Do you want
it.
to try 110?
Yeah, 110.
We'll take it down to 110.
Whew. It's tough.
Here we go.
I'm getting in my head now.
There it is. I'd say 110, you got it locked in.
Yeah, 110.
110.
Perfect. Yes, I have to practice my chops.
Thanks for playing.
All right. We'll see you back at the show.
All right, so Adam,
Yeah, buddy.
it's been fun,
Yeah.
but we're not done yet.
Nope.
I want you to let the people know what you got coming out, what you're currently working on. Somebody, maybe even if you don't want to release it, just something you got cooking in the woodshed. Let the people know what you got.
Well, I got an original project going right now. It's, I've been jamming with these guys for maybe 2 years.
Okay.
Kind of bouncing names around, so there's nothing really established. There's maybe 6, 7 songs that we've got all original. Rob, he does the, Rob Amaral, he does the songwriting primarily. And then,
Amazing.
Kevin plays guitar. He's really, really good as well.
I look forward to hearing it when it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
when
They're
it
from
comes
Mississauga, Streetsville area.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. They were in past bands that were pretty good, and they're really good musicians. And I can't wait to get this thing, going a little bit more and
get it in gear.
get some more recordings down and stuff like that. We did one recording with a studio, but just wasn't to our satisfaction. So we're just going to hold on to that one and.
Yeah.
We're going to wait and just get a couple more songs down. And then I think we're going to hit the studio and get something going and then book a bunch of shows and just kind of push it a little bit and have some
Amazing.
fun like we used to do. And
That's what it's about.
right.
right? It's all about the fun. You got to have fun, and it's your body of art, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's what's new. So I've got I don't know. I got something to share with you guys, and we'll jump to that now. And yeah, we'll be back, I guess.
All right, let's check it out.
Ciao.
Well, Adam.
Yeah, buddy.
It was good hanging and chatting with you.
It was, yeah.
Especially, it's weird because it's like we're the hosts of the show.
Yeah.
But we wanted to close off season 1.
Yeah, we did.
And again, thank you, everybody, sincerely, because like you guys help motivate us to want to keep it going and get creative with it and get more comfortable with it. And we appreciate everybody's patience and everybody's honesty. And support.
Yeah.
That's the big one,
That's the biggest one,
especially at the beginning, trying to get this off the ground. So
the ones watching this,
thank you for everybody.
And season 2, that's going to be fun.
See, I look forward to season 2.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
We've got some surprises,
some changes coming up,
and some changes.
Yeah, it's good.
Anyways, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, man. In paradise.
In paradise, baby.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button and that notification bell.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
All that stuff.
We're on all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So please subscribe like Adam said. And we'll see you in season 2.
Yeah, in paradise.
Thanks again, Adam.
Ciao. Thanks, buddy.